Yeah, you right. He absolutely right about that. Like, nigga, don't touch my shit. That ass. Like, don't. I'll show you this picture. Don't start swiping left or right. What the fuck are you doing, you goofy ass? That's my privacy. I wanted to show you this picture. Now the rest of those pictures, that's my privacy. Nigga, you're going in my privacy basically. What the fuck are you doing? You're basically going to my head. What the fuck are you doing? Get the fuck out of here. I told you to look at this picture. Don't start fucking swiping left or right, nigga. I didn't ask for that, my nigga. Because at that point you digging through my shit. Why you digging through my shit, little nigga? What the fuck? Like I said, this picture, don't keep swiping left or fucking right. Who the fuck do you think you are, nigga? You goof ass. So, W, today we're gonna react to my nigga Aperture. You know, I watched a video, one of the video on Realism and out. And I like his videos. His videos seem dope. You know, I never like necessarily watch any of the rest of the video, but I've seen like the titles and thumbnails and a lot of the concepts of the from the title. I haven't actually watched it. It seemed dope, but I seen this one that said the unspoken rules of society. What are the unspoken rules of fucking society? Get the fuck out my fucking face, mind your fucking business, and suck my dick. I guess. I don't know, I'm just saying shit. But, the unspoken rules of society. I don't fucking know. So, let's find out. Let's go.
You wake up in the morning, head outside, and you say good morning to your next door neighbor.
I don't say any of that shit.
You walk down the street and you see a familiar face, so you nod at them to let them know that you acknowledge them.
I guess I just
you
go
get
to
into a
fucking
bus
school.
and an old lady walks in behind you, so you stand up and let her take your seat.
Yeah,
you're not compelled to do any of these things. There are no moral handbooks or guides that give us a checklist of the world's do's and don'ts.
That old lady can stand the fuck
it's not
up.
in any constitution or any written rule book.
Bitch,
somehow,
you got legs for a reason, don't you, bitch? You finna exit out the earth anyway. Nigga, you gotta leave the earth anyway.
We all know when
you don't need to stand.
These are the unspoken rules of society.
Okay, show me them. That's not unspoken rules of society.
Aristotle once said, man is by nature a social animal.
For sure.
An individual who is unsocial naturally and not accidentally is either beneath our notice or more than human. Because we're such social animals, we depend on one another for everything, including sometimes determining what is right and what's wrong.
Sure.
We come together to make seats of government, appoint leaders to keep things in check, and we write ourselves a constitution. But that's for the big stuff. For the little things that we are more likely to face every day, there are no rules or constitutional demands. Just a common understanding among all of us on what is right and what is wrong.
Okay.
We don't always get it right. As a society, we love to look at pictures. It reminds us of a time that once was. It makes us feel nostalgic. And when we share these pictures with people, it gives them a sneak peek into our lives, where we were, how far we've come, and all the things we've been through along the way.
Sure.
Before smartphones, we'd all keep large family photo albums in our house for when a guest comes over. And occasionally, as they sat, we'd hand it over to them and bond over the memories of the past.
Yeah.
Now we still do that today, just in a different way. We often send pictures to one another from our smartphones, post throwback photos on social media, and simply just hand our phones to people to see a certain picture. But then, they start swiping left or right to see more pictures.
Yeah.
So we get angry. But why? Because they've just broken an unspoken rule.
Yeah, but that's not a you right. He absolutely right about that. Like, nigga, don't touch my shit. That ass. Like, I'll show you this picture. Don't start swiping left or right. What the fuck are you doing, you goofy ass? That's my privacy. I wanted to show you this picture. Now the rest of those pictures, that's my privacy, nigga. You're going in my privacy basically. What the fuck are you doing? You're basically going to my head. What the fuck are you doing? Get the fuck out of here. I told you to look at this picture. Don't start fucking swiping left or right, nigga. I didn't ask for that, my nigga. Because at that point you digging through my shit. Why you digging through my shit, little nigga? What the fuck? Like I said, this picture, don't keep swiping left or fucking right. Who the fuck do you think you are, nigga? You goof ass. Shit really pissed me the fuck off. Can't stand them type of little goofy ass.
Don't swipe left or right if someone shows you a photo on their phone.
Swear to fucking God.
Unless they tell you it's okay to do so.
No, it's
because
never
unlike our
okay
family
to do
photo
so.
albums that are carefully curated to show the pictures we're comfortable with others seeing, our phones have everything from funny memes we want to share to private photos that should never be seen by anyone else.
What are we talking
This is why it's important to restrict yourself to as much information as the other person is willing to share.
What am I talking about? I have no news in my phone. I need to stop.
It's amazing when you think about it, but smartphones are a very recent invention. The very first commercial smartphone was released around 30 years ago. But it wasn't until 2007, with the release of the iPhone, that phones truly became smart by modern standards. In such a short period of time, as a society, we've been able to create unspoken rules around using the smartphone that somehow we all just seem to follow. Before phones were invented, we always had to visit each other unannounced. But since phones came around and texting
Where's the
became
nigga
a thing,
would visit me
we created a
unannounced?
new unspoken rule.
Yeah, aight.
You don't normally go to people's houses without texting or calling them to let them know.
That would never be okay
Of
with me
course,
though.
this often exempts family members and very close friends.
No, for real,
But if you
chill
just
them.
want to stop by the house of your coworker or someone you're not really
No,
close
that's
to,
fact.
you should probably send them a text first.
No,
or you
that's
won't be
fact.
greeted by a smiling face when you
No, but I feel like that should be a thing regardless of what it. I don't give a damn if you didn't have phones, but you better get a little motherfucking pigeon or some shit. Write down the motherfucking letter, get a little pigeon or whatever. Put a pigeon in, tell that nigga to fly and go over there and go send you the fucking letter if you want to come to my house, nigga, or do some little shit like that. But nigga, you ain't finna motherfucking goddamn just coming to my house. No, that's not even damn what time it is. I don't give a fuck this caveman time. Nigga, don't pop on my house on no reckless shit without asking. Fuck, nigga, who the fuck do you think you is? That's some wild shit. Who knows? I'm not gonna be fucking right now. I'm not fucking anything. You don't fuck anything. You get no bitches. You right. But it's like, but still though, I don't know. I could be doing you don't know what I can be doing. You don't know what I can be doing? It's crazy.
As humans, we communicate not with just our words, but also with our actions.
Not as facts.
In fact, as the saying goes, actions speak louder than words.
No, yeah.
When we speak to each other,
Sometimes.
we're watching for hand gestures, hand movements, proximity. We're watching for body language.
Most of the time, yeah.
Oftentimes, this helps us know exactly how we're doing in a conversation. Does the person seem interested? Do they look confused?
Yeah.
All of that.
Yeah.
This is why it's considered rude to look down at your phone screen when someone's talking to you, even
Because
if you're
you're
listening
not-
to them without most
Because your
concentration.
attention isn't on my own
People
me,
want to be
nigga.
able to look you in the eyes when they're talking to you. In the same vein, it's also considered rude to leave your earbuds in your ear while you're talking to people.
No, that's
This
facts.
has become even more important since wireless earbuds became a thing. Because they're so tiny and comfortable, it's easy
Well, it
to
depends,
leave them
because we
in
had
your
the whole
ears,
conversation.
even
That's
when
it.
you're talking to people. But as a
It is what it
society,
is.
we've come together to say
These
that
are
it's
all
much more
facts.
respectful to take the
What's up,
earbuds
Demi?
out, so people don't think they have to shout at you to hear them. People on public transport often have no respect for personal space.
No, that's
And
facts.
honestly, most times it's not really their fault. There's just very little room for everyone to share. We've learned to understand these things. But still, there are boundaries you must not cross.
Excuse me.
No matter how close you have to be to someone
Where are my
else,
grandparents?
just don't look at their phone.
Real talk,
Like
bro.
I
Do not
already
look at my
alluded to
phone,
earlier.
bro. On me, bro. Do not look at my
Where's
phone.
my grandparents?
They picking them up. But don't look at my phone, bro. Like if I'm on the bus, right? If somebody look at my phone on some reckless stuff, like don't just look at my phone. Like who do you think you are? Like you're just going into my privacy. Like that's just too crazy. Like
Where's your
don't do
other
that.
phone?
I don't know, bro.
Phones usually contain really
Alright, that's
private
too
and
wild.
sensitive information, some of which you really might not want
Real-
to see.
I'm telling you, bro. Somebody
Keeping
can look
it
at my
in
phone on the
someone
bus
else's
random.
phone
Like,
is
I ain't
sure
gonna lie. I might gotta steal off. I might gotta
Speaking
steal
of
off.
smartphones and public
Actually, I'm not gonna do
transportation,
that. But you know what I
there is
mean.
one
For real.
unspoken rule I
That
wish more
energy is
people
gonna
would
be
follow.
brought towards. No cap.
Don't play music out of your speakers in a small public place, like in a waiting room or on a bus. No matter how amazing you think that song is, not everyone's gonna like it. And even if everyone does, some people might have just had a rough day and just want to sit in silence to take a break and recollect their thoughts.
No, I feel
We
it.
should give them the opportunity to do this. If you want to listen to music on your commute, get a pair of wireless earbuds.
No, people don't do that,
They're pretty
especially in school, boy. You know,
Similarly,
you got people who be bringing
don't
home
take
speakers
personal
and shit.
calls in public is another really popular unspoken rule.
Bro.
Unless it's an
They
emergency.
make funny
No
videos.
one really wants to hear the conversation you're having with your long-lost second cousin or all the office gossip your coworker is giving you. And if you must take the call, it's best you find somewhere even moderately private or reduce your voice to the bare minimum to avoid getting dirty looks from the people around you.
Mm.
When someone whispers something to you, it's an unspoken rule to whisper or reply back to them, because more often than not, they're whispering because they don't want anyone else hearing in on your
I guess.
conversation.
I'm the
As
type of
humans,
nigga. I'm the type of boy.
we tell
I
a
mean,
lot
on
of
some
lies.
reckless stuff.
Sometimes we lie to
That's
make
what you
ourselves
said.
feel better.
Say whatever you
Sometimes
said to
we
me
lie
out
to protect
loud.
other
Just be
people's feelings.
reckless.
Sometimes we lie to impress people. Sometimes to
facts.
fit better in
Goofy.
certain social spaces. And sometimes we just want to get some time off work.
Mm.
Whatever the reason might be for you, the truth is we lie a lot.
For sure.
And for the most part, we've accepted this as a society.
Swear to God.
However, as a rule, there are two people you never lie to: your doctor and your lawyer.
Well, yeah,
Thankfully,
you need them
these two
niggas to
people are
save
also
your life.
required by law to take your truths to the grave, so you don't have to worry about your secrets getting exposed.
Well,
To prevent people from lying unnecessarily just to save face, there are also some questions we just
I mean,
don't
your
ask.
life is in both of those
You
hands. I
normally
mean, you
never
gotta.
ask how much they earn, how much they weigh, and you never ask a woman her age. Why
I don't
that
know why
is,
that is.
I'm still not so sure.
Not really. I don't understand
If you're
that.
close enough to people, you'll most likely know all of these details without asking. And if you're not close enough to them to know, then you're not close enough to be asking either. It's important to say it again that
Get them
humans
none
are
of that
very
out the
social
way.
animals.
If you're 300
This
pounds,
means
just
that we
say
thrive
that.
in groups.
Real talk.
As a result, we have learned to be kind to one another. It creates a sense of camaraderie and helps us build and strengthen our communities. So, to make it easier for everyone, we created unspoken rules to help us determine what is kind, what is nice, and what is not.
Okay.
If you had an arrangement to meet up with someone, and for some reason you had to cancel, it's your job to reschedule. When you do this, you let the person know that you value their time, and you're willing to make things right for not fulfilling your end of the bargain.
I get it, you know, and be like, all right, we can
If someone offers
reschedule
to share
and go
food
there.
with
Okay,
you,
I feel that.
they get to have the first and the last pieces. And if they have just one piece left, it's only courteous that you don't ask them for that thing at all.
Good talk, though. On me. Same thing with snacks, bro. I'm telling you, bro, if you come in my cabinet, bro, and you eat all my snacks and you eat the last one, those are fighting. Those are fighting action. That's fighting. At that point, you want to fight. At that point, we gotta like shoot the six. We gotta go out there and we gotta shoot it. Because at that point, like, why would you do that? Like, that is so disrespectful. Like, come on, bro. You gonna eat my shit, cool. But like, you ain't gonna do the last one. You gonna eat the last one? That's how you feel? I don't give a damn how close we is. Don't eat the last shit of my snack. Especially if it's my favorite snack. Maybe for my favorite snack, we gotta shoot the six. We gotta shoot right
Was
in
me
there.
cheering
Right in
people
there, we
on.
gotta shoot six. We gotta
Sometimes it's pointing out flaws and helping to fix them whenever
Gotcha.
we can.
I have no choice.
However, as an unspoken rule, you should only point out flaws that can be fixed in 30 seconds or less. You're having lunch with your friend and there's something on his teeth. Tell him. Your girlfriend's shirt got untucked in the back. Let her know. With things like her makeup or his poor combination of clothes, there's no need to point it out if they can't immediately do anything about it.
Yeah, that's
You'll
facts.
only make them
That's
insecure
true.
and
No,
self-conscious.
that's facts.
There are two places you should never make fuss or start drama.
Nigga come with the
A
facts.
wedding and at a funeral.
Some niggas.
Weddings are really special and sacred to
Yeah,
most
only
people
toxic
and in
niggas
most
do
cultures
shit.
around
And
the
you
world.
like.
So
if-
ruining
bro,
one is heavily frowned upon in our
That's
society.
just.
Don't try to
toxic
propose at
niggas,
someone
bro.
else's wedding, please, unless they offer. Do not ask them, because then you put them in a weird position where it's difficult for them to say no, especially if you're close friends. Don't make their lives harder than they need to be. At
What
funerals,
he said? Hold on,
you
nigga,
should
back.
have respect for people and in most cultures around the world. So ruining one is heavily frowned
Yeah,
upon in our
but you can't say
society.
that. I mean, some people don't
Don't
care.
try to
They
propose
just-
at someone else's wedding, please,
That's
unless they
so
offer.
weird.
Do not ask them.
Because
then
you
put them
ruining.
in a weird position
What are you
where
trying
it's
to do,
difficult for
right?
them
You
to
know what I
say
mean?
no,
What you at that point? What are
especially
you
if
trying
you're
to do?
close friends.
You know what I mean? You trying to
Don't
like.
make their lives harder than they
You
need
just
to
trying
be.
to take it like.
At funerals,
Trying to
you
make
should
it
have
about you
respect
for
for the
real.
dead.
Come on.
Let
It's
people
my
pay
day.
their final respects to their
not to be
deceased
selfish, but
loved
it's my
ones.
day. No,
You
I'm
can meet the
it's
living
my day.
relatives much later to demand whatever it is they owe.
It's my day.
As children, we didn't really see any of these unspoken rules because not much was expected of us at the time. Yes, we might have been taught to be kind to strangers and respectful to our elders.
Well, I've been
But
taught to put the
generally,
middle finger up the
we were
strings.
also easily forgiven if we ever broke any unspoken rule. But it's not the same for adults. In fact, the older we get, the more rules get added to what we already have to follow. As a child, leaving a shopping cart in the middle of the grocery aisle could be considered cute. But as an adult, you won't be forgiven so easily.
So, what you gonna do about
As you
it?
get
What if
older,
I want to?
people will
What if I
also
want
be
to?
less keen to borrow
What?
your things. They bought their
Nah,
stuff with
facts.
their own money, and they expect you to do the same.
Nah,
So, as a general unspoken rule, you never borrow stuff more than twice.
nah.
If
You
you're
can't say
borrowing
that.
it for a
No,
third time,
nah,
then you
that's not
clearly
true at
need one
all.
of your own.
Never borrow stuff more than twice. This girl that's coming down the steps, all she do is borrow stuff and don't bring it back. That's all she did. You know what I mean? That's all people do. Borrow stuff and don't bring it back. That's what people do. Taking plastic rolls and don't give it back. That's what people do, bro.
What are you talking?
Go take it. Get out my face. Get out my face.
On GD.
You keep on saying on GD. You don't even know what a GD is.
I'm a GD.
Okay, bro.
Move!
Move!
I'm a GD.
Okay, right when I want to take them little curls out your head. What, you goofy. You like to go to a private school. I'm really on you. You like one of them girls from white girls. I don't mean white chicks, but I'm really on you.
Are you being racist? Because if I was to call you a nigger, it would be a problem.
See, what do you even say? That's so wild, bro. Go ahead, bro.
No, because you get to call me a white girl.
No, bro. Shut up. Go upstairs!
I did just what you're kind.
Fuck. My kind. For real? That's what we saying now? That's wild, though. That's wild.
When you start
That's
living on your
wild.
own,
That's
you have to
crazy.
get important things like your furniture, kitchen utensils, and bathroom appliances.
What you say?
However, one thing you must never forget is a plunger. And this is one
What?
of the only unspoken rules that's for personal benefit alone. You should always buy a plunger before you need a plunger.
No, that's facts, though.
On your
Oh,
first day at a new job, you're usually
Well, I've
told
seen
how
a
things
real.
work at the
I've been in a
organization.
very bad toilet, situation. Well, not me. It wasn't my house, but it was my mother house, whatever, stuff like that. And I was over there, and it was wild shit happening. Like the goddamn motherfucking ceiling was coming down, and it was like leaking, and the toilet was stopped up. There was water on the goddamn water everywhere on the toilet. It was a mess. It was nasty. Plunger could have fixed it, I guess, but there was no plunger in sight at the time. It's very disgusting and very nasty.
You're given a set of duties and responsibilities, and you're educated on the culture of that office. Things you're allowed to do, and things you're not allowed to do. However, there are a few things they don't include in the orientation speech. Like, don't cook fish or anything that has the potential to smell terrible in the office kitchen.
Okay.
Be kind to the less skilled staff, like the janitors and security guards. And wait until everyone has gotten off the elevator before you get on.
I wouldn't even call them less
It's
skilled
rules
staff.
like
They're
these that
important
bind us
staff,
together
boy.
as a society.
Oh, me.
If everyone and everything was put in a constitution, we would be living like robots. But I mean, we basically already are. By leaving many of these rules unspoken, we're able to follow them more
Especially with all
naturally.
the technology that we
Because
use.
some
All we
things
use got.
are better left unsaid.
That's facts. Another good video about Aperture, whatever his name is. He's dope, man. I'm gonna start reacting more of his videos. I like his videos, man. His videos. Shout out to him. His videos is mad dope. You know what I mean? But nah, bro. I mean, what's the ones that I feel the most? Like, I definitely feel that don't look at my phone shit. Not borrowing all my shit all the time. I really feel those to the death. Like, don't stop being goofy. Like, don't look at my phones. Don't be doing that. I don't agree with what he said at the beginning about having old ladies, standing on the bus for old ladies. Like, old ladies don't need to, I don't need to stand up for old ladies on the bus. Like, old ladies on the bus can, they can stand up. You know what I mean? They finna leave this earth in a minute anyway. Like, y'all finna go. Why do I need to stand up for you? You finna dead. You finna dead, bro. You finna leave. I still got my time to do. I got my time to do. What are we talking about? So nah, but I messed with that video. That video was dope as hell, no cap. But the Unspoken Rules of Society. I put with another banger. Came out 2 months ago, but to me, it's enough banger. Yeah. Peace, nigga.